hankering for pig's foot. That is, 2 legs good, 4 legs bad. Am I right? Who reads books? So that was disgusting. So I think that's the weirdest thing I've seen. I had alligator soup when I was in DC for a hot second. Literally, it was hot. And I was like, whoa, wait a second. Yeah, great. Any other questions or anything like that? Yes, sir.
I have a personal question, actually.
Yeah.
What is your tattoo?
My tattoo? Yeah.
I've seen it before. What is it like?
Yeah, definitely. So for those of you who don't know, I have a play button and a pause button right here. I'll show you. Woo-woo, sexual. How inappropriate would that be if I had breasts, right? Yeah, put it away. And instead it's like, that little boy needs to work out. He's just getting all jiggly. So I have a pause and a play button on my chest, and I got this tattoo, I guess like a year and a half, January of 2012, so like a year and a half ago. And basically I got it because I was finding that I was really having a hard time like getting up, frankly. And I was like, oh man, I really want to just I wish I had like a button, like I could just push a button and be like, and we're starting the day. Because like once I get up and get out of bed, or I'm doing something, then the day has started and it feels great, But it's just that extra motivating factor, It's like, oh, I gotta go work out, but I just don't even want to put on my shoes. But once you put on your shoes and you're at the gym, you're like, well, I guess I'm working out. So I was like, okay, great. I'll get myself a play button. I'll put a play button on my chest and I'll hit it and I'll get up and I'll go. But then I thought that seemed like it would be a good way to kind of start repressing and exhausting yourself. I really think about these things, guys. I mean, you should see what it's like when I'm trying to decide whether I want iced tea or hot tea. I will literally go, Nick is just nodding silently. There's too many things to consider at all times, always. So anyway, so I added the pause button. So that I could be like, zippity-doo-dah. Oh wait, pause and reflect and watch the sunset. So that's kind of my thing. It's my own little go-go juice. Yeah, it's great. I love it. I encourage everyone to tattoo things to their bodies. Does it hurt? Can I tell you something terrible? It felt great. I was like, people were like, yeah, no, don't worry. Sometimes tattoos, yada yada. I'm like, oh, it's gonna hurt. Needles. They're sensitive. And they're like, well, you might find you like it. And I was like, please, oh, this is nice. Maybe we can do 6 more tattoos. Yeah, I actually think about getting another soon, but TBD. So there you have it. I actually never thought I'd be the type of person to get a tattoo, to be totally honest, but goes to show. Do what?
Do piercing.
No, I have a nose stud, but I took it out because it kept falling out because I have a little baby nose. And the stud would just be like, so, yes dear.
So how does it feel to have people all over the United States coming just to hear you and see you? How do you feel about that?
Well, the question is, how does it feel to have people coming all over the United States just to come and hear me and see me and wave and holler and stuff? What? Placate, yeah. It is interesting. It is strange. How many people saw Tuesday's episode of the show? We put up the documentary episode. For those of you who haven't seen it, it's a documentary episode that's very true to life about what Hello Harto, is all about. And so I was watching this episode and reading the comments, and I felt like I was watching a special about somebody. It's really hard to put that person who I'm seeing and me in the same body. It just looks like I'm watching somebody do things. And so it's kind of like how I feel about this sort of thing. It's like, yeah, I love seeing everybody. It's so great. But I don't really think about what you guys see. It's an interesting experience. One day I'll write a book on it, hopefully. It'll be called Da Funk? What happened to my degree? Yeah, good questions. I gotta think on that. Any other questions for now? Yes, ma'am. And the awesome no judging bracelet. Yeah.
About the pig's feet really quick. I work in a grocery store that sells it, and we also sell pork brains.
Oh, I'm going to tell you guys what she said, in case you didn't hear. It was about the pig's feet. I actually work at a grocery store that sells it, and we also sell pork brains. Do you know, sorry, South, but do you know how kind and intelligent and sensitive and sentient and self-aware a pig is? They're very closely related to humans.
That's why they're delicious.
There you go. I will never not get flack for it. Yeah, no, it's true. To each his own, to each his own. I'm just saying, you see a pig cry tears from watching another pig get killed. Just, yeah, okay? So I'm that kid.
But it's in Alabama, so you have something to look forward to.
You know, yeah, we're going to be in Alabama. We're going to, well, I don't want to give you guys any spoilers, but we got some cool plans for Alabama. Can I give spoilers or no?
Yeah.
No, okay, great. We're going to space camp. I actually think that's the official slogan of space camp. Zoom! That's why government funding cut it. They're like, what the fuck? Zoom. It's ridiculous. Just absurd. Anyway, yes, to the gentleman in the back.
So this question is related to the idea of your...
I'm sorry, I can't hear on my phone. Excellent question. So, you know, with the advent of like YouTube celebrity, which is like a different form of celebrity, it's kind of fascinating because my Harto and your Harto are genuinely like my content, like stuff I'm going to put up. You know, your Harto sappy as shit. My Harto funny sometimes. And, you know, people ask me, like, oh, well, what's your 5-year plan? Especially, you know, with the success of the tour and, like, all this great stuff. It's like, you seem to be generating, like, a lot of forward motion. What do you want to be in 5 years? And maybe it's my own lack of foresight, or, like, maybe I should have a more finite answer to this. But I am just so happy and so focused on finishing the task that is currently occurring that I don't have a 5-year plan. I can't imagine doing more than this because this already feels like so much. But we'll see, you know. I have to write a book. I got an email from my publisher being like, hey, when's that book coming? I'm like, who? Yeah, when do you want that? August? Sure. Give me 4 weeks in July. So we'll see about that. Another question? Yes.
What is your favorite episode of My Drunk Kitchen?
The question is, what is your favorite episode of MDK? My favorite episode of My Drunk Kitchen. It's tough to say. I really like pizza, the very first pizza one, and I really like ice cream. These are all from like season 1 or whatever. And in terms of like deliciousness, American strudel was really good. I mean, they're like my little weird freak children, you know? I've got to love them all because if I don't love them, they'll be left alone on the streets. Just saying. Don't leave your kids. Yeah, no, so I love them all, but if I had to pick, you know, I'd pick something along those lines. Another question? Yes.
How do you avoid getting sick on the road?
How do you what?
Avoid getting sick.
I guess so. The question is, how do you avoid getting sick on the road? I actually think when we first started traveling, like literally within the first week, and by the way, we're at week 6.5, approaching 7. Yeah, dude. Can you see? I've literally aged 2 years. So in the first week we were in the RV, one of us got like sick, and then all of us got sick. It was like the RV flu, but that was like kind of trial by fire, because I don't think any of us have been sick since then. You know, I got a little sick, but I think it was just like a stomach bug. But yeah, I don't know. You don't avoid. Just try and be healthy. I drink a lot of green tea, like a lot. I try and hydrate, try and get enough sleep. I'm very boring, guys. I'm really, really sorry to disappoint you, but I just am. Any other question? Yeah, and the cute little fedora.
How close are you with the YouTube community? Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, I wish I knew Charlie so cool, or I wish I knew this. And you've done episodes with Jenna Marbles and the Vlog Brothers and Tyler Oakley. Has that brought you a lot closer with other YouTubers?
Oh yeah, great question. The question is, how close are you with the other YouTube community or members of the YouTube community? And I'd like to say that the interesting thing about YouTube is that it's kind of like high school. It's like there are going to be kids that are your best friends and you totally get along with. There are going to be kids that you're like, oh hey, yeah, we're cool. And there are going to be kids that you just don't like, you know? And that's just like any work. It's like a work environment. It's like school. It's like anything like that. So like Tyler and like Grace and Mamrie, those are like my friends, you know? And like John, we call John and Hank friends now too. Really, it's funny because it's like people whose content I like to watch, usually you end up getting along well. Because again, content is really just what you create. You know, like Vsauce, great channel. Love Michael Stevens. Yeah. So that's really fun. That's a really fun work environment for me. Work environment in my apartment alone. Yes, sir.
To go along with that, what YouTube star would you like to meet that you haven't yet?
Ooh, great question. What YouTube star would you like to meet that you haven't yet? I might be going to London really quick for a little bit in the summer, and if I do, I would love to work with Dan and Phil. I've worked with them a little bit, or just like I met them at Playlist and we had a really good time. Other YouTubers I'd like to work with. Yeah, I don't know. It's not. I mean, Tomorrow's Kitchen is the kitchen I shot with John Green, so like that's just gonna be awesome. I'm trying to think about the people that I really like to work with. Yeah, I think I've worked with all the people I really wanted to, which is a great thing to say. So probably some of the London YouTubers. There's a like really strong London YouTube crowd, and they're all young, cute boys. So I don't know what America is all about. But yeah, so that'll be fun. Yes.
So, in 6.5 weeks of touring, there's probably a question that you would want to have been asked, but you haven't yet. What is that question, and what's the answer to it?
Oh, shit! You know, I fucking love you guys. What's the question I haven't asked yet?
They think you should.
That I should be, yeah, I think I should have been asked. Yeah, you know, I feel like, oh, this is tough. I have to, do I want iced green tea or do I want hot green tea? I guess it's like, I think that I want to be asked, you know, having raised so much money and having, you know, made a lot of promises, do you think you're doing your best to fulfill them? Like, I think I would like to be asked that.
And what's the question? What's the answer to that?
I'm sorry, I think there's only one question at a time. Dear the Met.
Did we break the record for most grilled cheeses cooked at one time?
Yeah, we did! Oh my goodness, yeah. If you go on recordsetter.com, which is an awesome website, recordsetter.com is really fun. It's basically a website that says everyone in the world deserves to be like the best at something. You know, it's like, so the world record in the whole world for going like this, you know, the longest. So our record center was the most grilled cheeses cooked simultaneously, and we totally did it. I think we made like 350, 380. I was like, 500! Not good at numbers, guys. I'm always like, what was it, like 4? You know? Yeah, so we did it. We totally did it and kicked ass, and it was super fun. Thankathon, man. You could see when that thing took a turn, am I right? It was like 12-hour live stream. Oh, Hannah's doing a good job. Hannah's doing a good job. Hour 7 comes. What the hell is happening? By like hour 12, I think it was by like hour 11. It's literally me sitting in the chair. And somehow I go put on the gold pants at some point. I don't know. It's all a blur. But it was really, really fun. Yeah. Yes, in the back.
How do you feel now that Mexi-rican is moving to the West Coast?
Oh shit! The question is, how do you feel now that Mexi-rican is moving to the West Coast? For those of you who don't know, Mexi-rican Hart is another YouTuber who's a friend of mine. She does a show called You Deserve a Drink, and if you like the word shart, you should watch it. I mean, you should see the stuff that gets cut. It's like, oh my god. Like, you need a cold shower. You need a warm shower. You need a salt bath after shooting with Mexi-rican. But yeah, how do I, fuck, I don't even know. Mexi-rican moving to the West Coast? Like, whatever small vestige of like, I'm just gonna stay in tonight, guys, I was able to maintain will be gone. No, I think it'll work. I think it'll work out. I know she wants a dog. We're all probably gonna get dogs. Oh man, then we should make a show where we voice act for the dogs. That'd be awesome. And like literally we just shoot them like in a room and like have a webcam and then leave and then come back and then voice over all of that. You guys see that the majority of my concepts revolve around voiceover? What if we did a voiceover for a tiny drop of sweat? You should see us in like the storyboarding meetings for Hello Harto episodes. I'm like, I got it guys, I know what to do for this episode. We follow the adventure of a tiny dinosaur as he copes with oh wait, we did that one. That was fun too. Any questions? Yes, sir.
How did you feel about Grace and Grace?
Oh shit. Okay, the question is, how did you feel about Grace and Mexi-rican surprising you in Canada? For those of you who don't know, Grace and Mexi-rican got dressed up in ghillie suits, which are wait, you're in the South, you guys know. Mexi-rican was like, Mexi-rican's from North Carolina, right? Mexi-rican was like, I'm in a ghillie suit! And I was like, what? What are you talking about? You are a bush. Yeah, right? So Grace and Mexi-rican, I'm sitting there tiredly, you know, wrapping things up with everybody, and then I hear, Hart, smells like farts. And I'm like, oh, people must have found out that we're at the bowling alley. Okay, let's say hi to the and there was these two people in ghillie ghillie suits, dancing back and forth. And this moment, this one, this is me thinking, this is how my life ends. And then I start to smile and I start to like laugh, and that's me thinking, what a fucked up way to die. And then I kind of like relax a little bit, and that's me going, I'm ready. And then Mary, I accept it. And then Mary takes off her ghillie suit and is like, and I'm like, that girl looks like Mary. And then I see one of them on the camera and the other one takes it off. And I was like, that is Grace. Hanging out with this girl that looks like Mary. No, and then I lost my shit. I have never in my life been surprised like that. Never, not once in my life have I experienced that level of pure, unadulterated shock. Here's the thing. Grace was texting me throughout the day. She had saved pictures of Goose to send me throughout the day to like ultra make sure I thought that she was at home. You know, she's like, well, I didn't want you to think I wasn't texting you back. And I was like, okay. I'm sure we would have made it. But it was super convincing. It was really convincing. Actually, in fact, I thought, why is Reese texting me so many pictures of Goose? Doing the same thing over and over again. So that was pretty funny. Anybody else? All the way in the back. We need to play a game of telephone right now.
Weirdest thing you've ever received from a fan?
Weirdest thing I've ever received from a fan. What you're seeing is me counting through the list of weird things and thinking, do I really want to tell the other weird things? What? Oh! Okay. This is not weird. This is one of the most unique / awesome things I've ever received from a fan. And I got so I got this like large envelope in the mail. And I was like, okay, cool, large envelope, what's this? Open it up. I pull it out, and it's a picture of, a hand-drawn picture of a donkey. Incredibly like sketched, like very, very good detail. And it's just straight up a donkey's face. And then underneath it says, very simply, Hannah. And I was like, ouch. Like, alright, cool. Hannah. I have a donkey, I guess, is the lesson here. And then I pull out the rest of the paperwork, and it's from a Manchester donkey reserve, where they are saving the abandoned workhorse of the UK, the donkey. And somebody had adopted a donkey in my name for like the next year and a half. And then, so I have a donkey, guys. I have a donkey. It's a white ass named Hannah in Manchester that I'm going to go see and be like, love me! And it'll be like, or whatever donkeys do, I don't even know. Make scary noises. Are generally not attractive. Oh, somebody ordered the Rainbow Dash. Have you guys seen this cocktail? Can we take a minute real quick? Look at this cocktail. It is called the Rainbow Dash, and it is insane. How many of you guys drink? Baby drink? Oh, there's a lot of empty hands for drinkers. Yeah, right? Yeah, is it $5 here? Right? Okay, good. It's not. Any other questions? One place feeling. No? Yeah? Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So in your 6.5 weeks on tour, have you noticed in your trek across the country so far noteworthy or specific differences in the LGBTQ communities in different cities you've been to?
Oh, curious, yeah. The question is, in your trek across the country, have you noticed differences or, unique aspects of the LGBTQ communities? To be honest, I haven't really gotten to spend time in the communities of every city. It's like the tour is structured in such a way that it's so back-to-back that we're in and out in 2, maybe 2.5 days, or 3 for every city. But no, for the most part, I think that, and I don't know if it's just that the Harto-sexuals across America are all pretty like-minded people, but I think that America seems less different to me now. There's always going to be people who are unpersuadable and like closed-minded in certain regards, and there's always going to be people that are like, oh yeah, I'm kind of moderate, and there's always going to be people that are like, ah, or whatever. Do you like this is my liberal impression apparently. Okay. But yeah, no, I can't say that I have seen any like unique traits. What I know about homos is they love to wear fedoras. They love to be cute and adorable. And in general, I've seen a lot of Doctor Who fans, right? People are going, Yahoo! You know? Yeah, but that's pretty much it for me in that regard. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Are you a video game?
Huh?
Are you a video game?
Question is, am I a video game fan? I'm a video game fan in like sense of the word computer game. Like I used to like to play games like on my computer, or old school Nintendo, that sort of games. I've never been good at RPGs. I tried to play Final Fantasy once. I ran in a circle for like 3 hours, and then somehow died. But I'm dead. So yeah, no, I do love. I have an older sister who would dominate any toy that we had. And so I think that's why I like to make commentary. Because when you have an older sibling, they are literally like, you sit here and I'm going to do things. I will play the video games and you can watch. That's fun for you. You're spending time with me. So I got really good at video game commentary. So I really like to be the asshole that sits with you while you play Katamari. And I drink, and then I'm like, oh yeah. No, yeah. You can roll it up. Katamari's a great game. Great game. I have an ongoing game with my friend in San Francisco. After you beat like every level of Katamari, you have to roll up 1,000,000 roses, and we're at like 7,006. Anyway, first one, and your questions? What do I have a degree in? What do you mean, what are my degrees in? Yeah, no. I have a degree in English literature and then a secondary degree in Japanese linguistics. Shaboom! The question is, what was I planning on doing with my life? When people are like, oh, you're an English major, what are you going to do with that? And I'm like, anything I want. Right? Thank you. It's like, what, you're a master of the written word and complex analytical thinking? Please. I was also that kid in college. No, so anyway, I wanted to be a translator, and I wanted to, I figured I could take that into any field that was an opening. So the economy was crashing right when I was graduating from college, and translation seemed kind of like the most viable course because you could go to like an international route, like working in politics. You could go just pure business. You could go like into care and aid, being like, oh, if you need multilingual people, So it was just pragmatic. Yes, dear.
Whatever happened to Clayton?
Clayton got eaten. Clayton is for those of you who don't know, Clayton is a tiny grapefruit friend of mine who was very, very, very cute and lasted probably longer than he should have. I think that Clayton needed to go around day 4. I still miss him when I think about his sweet little face, just so cute. So cute. You have a question?
Your favorite doctor?
My favorite doctor. I get asked this every time. My favorite doctor. So I was introed to Doctor Who. I'm a pretty recent Whovian, so I was introed in season 5, like Matt Smith's introductory episode. And so I watched that through and then went back and started from the first season of the revamp series. So then I was like, ooh, Tennant. And I was like, no, Matt Smith. And I still really like Matt Smith, but Tennant's also really great, I know. Tennant. I know.
So hot.
Yeah, I know. It's a tough question. Love is love?
What's your favorite Game of Thrones character?
Ooh.
Okay, a little comment to Game of Thrones real quick, guys. So I absolutely love to watch it, and it's phenomenal. And I got about 6 episodes into season 3 on tour, and I was watching it before bed every night, and I was like, this is my happy, relaxing time. I'm going to watch one of my favorite shows before I go to bed. And then, 3 episodes ago. I'm 3 episodes behind. Do not spoil me. Let's just put that out there right now. I'm 3 episodes behind on Game of Thrones. And I just got so miserable. It's really making me sad. I can't watch it before bed. I need to watch it at 1 p.m. and have an activity planned after. Otherwise I'm like, I feel dirty and sad, and there are images I can't get out of my head. So, anyway, not watching Game of Thrones right now. Favorite character? I don't even want to say. I don't want to say my favorite character, just in case something bad happened to my favorite character, and then I say their name, and you all go. So, to remain spoiler-free, I am not answering that question right now. Yes, in the back. gird my loins.
Do the 1 p.m. have an activity plan day for the rest of the season?
Oh God! I really miss Game of Thrones. I know I need to watch it, but guys, it's making me so sad.
Read the books, it's slightly
Slightly
less painful.
less painful. God, guys, I don't want to do this.
The book's more graphic though.
A book is more graphic? Fine, I don't know. I'm really torn. I need a fandom right now, guys. I can tell you, I'm hurting for a fandom. And I think it's because they don't get streaming that well in like my hotels. So it's not like I can catch up on like any of my favorite shows. I'm behind on Doctor Who. I'm behind Game of Thrones. I haven't watched any of Mad Men, except for like the first 2 episodes, and then I was like, I'm tired. I'm missing out on Adventure Time, but that's okay. Woo! Adventure Time. Yeah, you can find a lot of it on Tumblr. But yeah, no, I'm hurting. And have you guys noticed on Tumblr lately, a lot of people talking about that new show, Hannibal?
Yes.
That's another thing I'm like, I can't watch this. I don't know, people, I guess I'm just a sucker. I don't know, maybe I'm just too sensitive. Any other questions? Oh yeah?
So if Matt Smith is your favorite doctor, how do you feel about him leaving?
Ooh, great question. Everybody knows about Matt Smith and this. Shh. Okay, never mind. I don't know. Change happened.
Nothing.
Yeah, I know, right?
Spoilers.
Any other questions? That was any other questions in baby voice. Pardon? Am I a Glee? Oh, I used to watch Glee, like, right when they, like, intro that hot Latin lesbian character. I was like, oh, Glee? Yeah, I'll watch that. Oh, they're singing, cool, yeah, woo, high school, ooh, crazy times. And then I was like, oh, Leah Michelle, oh, she's cute too. So, yeah, no, I mean, I watched as much of Glee as I could with when that, like, plot line was relevant, but, like, honestly, Glee's a terrible show. It's terrible. So, you know, hot lesbian character. Another question? Yes.
You're a punch connoisseur, as I am. You're very prolific in your puns.
Oh, I love
Do you have a
it.
favorite creation?
Do I have a favorite creation of the puns I've made? I was really proud of Tequila Mockingbird. Hey, I'm in Hufflepuff. So, every time, every Harry Potter test I've taken has been Hufflepuff. So, you gotta be me. There's a really great video that they showed me here in the bar that Second City did. That you guys should look it up. What's the name of that video that you showed me yesterday?
I'm a Hufflepuff.
I'm a Hufflepuff. It's a funny video. You guys gotta watch it. If you've seen it. Nah. They watch plenty of YouTube. They'll. Yes, dear.